I have a Newair EC111 on this side, and I have a Newair EC300 on this side. Now if you're wondering which one is better, I'm going to tell you in this video. Also, if you're asking yourself why the hell is a motorcycle in your living room, well, I'm running another channel called Vegas Romaniac, and for those that are not subscribed, if you want to try motorcycle stuff, you're gonna see it on that channel. I have two swamp coolers over here. One is used by my wife and one is used by me. Why am I using a swamp cooler? Well, the truth is that I have an AC in the house, and you might be able to hear it in the background because the fan is running right now. But what the swamp coolers help me with is allow me to save a little bit of money on my power bill and also bring the so needed humidity in the house that you don't have here in Vegas. They work very, very well with the AC in conjunction. They don't work against, they work with. These are room coolers, these are not window units, and because of that they will work really, really well. They're not necessarily designed to cool off an entire room, even though they will lower the temperature based on my tests between 2 and 3 degrees on a room. They are designed to keep you cool, so what they're designed to is to blow cold air on you. Now I know some people are still using box fans, and I really don't know why. Box fans are just very, very old technology, and these swamp coolers are basically fans with a cooling pad which they use the water and the evaporation process to be able to cool off those pads, and it will give you a much cooler temperature than a fan could ever do. But let me explain these units in detail, and let me show you why one is better than the other. This is the Newair EC111. This is the smaller unit. What I like about it is that it's the quieter between the two of them. So the way that it's designed, this one is a little bit more quiet than the bigger unit. Obviously it has a bigger fan, so the bigger unit is going to be a little bit more louder, but once I'm going to get to it, I'm going to explain to you why. By the way, you'll find links for both of the products at the bottom of the video. The only thing that I have to say that I don't like as much, this unit comes only with a 1.7 gallon tank. What that means is that you have to fill it up almost every night. So every night you have to walk to it with a pitch of water or with a gallon of water or something like that, because it will use that water overnight. What I like about this unit is that you could easily access the pad to service it and maintain. These coolers require a little bit of a maintenance, so what you do is you just have two push down clamps over here and you get to the pad right away. It comes off, and then you could take the pad out, you could wash it, you could clean it, you could put it back in, and then you are ready to go. How often should you do it? Maybe once a month you should clean the pad, and I would clean the tray that is at the bottom every week. So this tray at the bottom, I will clean this one every week just to make sure. The way that it's designed is to lower and raise the water pump in it, so therefore it's a little bit harder to pull out of the unit when you want to take it out, and then it's a little bit harder to put in. Also, if you took it out and you were using the unit right before that, what's going to happen is you're going to have a little bit of a drippage here at the bottom because the pad is still wet and the water still drips as it is right now, so you can see it's wet. So that's something that you should compensate for. It's not a big problem, the water evaporates, but you know, it's one of those things that could be a little bit annoying. And when you put the tray back in, the tray goes a little bit harder in because it has that little water pump that it has to actuate in the process. Also, the level, it's in the front of the unit, but they never put a level in the back of the unit. So to make sure that you don't overfill it by mistake from the back, what I would do is I would use a marker and just mark the maximum on the back, so that way you'll know. This unit works really well to cool off the room or the area that you are in. You could easily sit in front of it. This is more like a day unit. I prefer this one in the day. So if I'm sitting in the living room on my computer chair and it runs out of water, I could easily just refill it with water with no problem whatsoever. I'm not sleeping, I don't have to wake up out of sleep. So just because it has a small reservoir, it's going to be better because of that. It's also a little bit lighter. It's easier to pick up. It only can carry 1 gallon, 1.7 gallons of water. So if you have to move it around, even though it has wheels, so you could just move it on its wheels, it does move a lot easier if you are in the living room and you have to make it follow you in the kitchen or different areas of the house. Another disadvantage that I've noticed on this unit versus the bigger unit is the fact that this device over here that is specifically designed to be able to distribute the air in the room it doesn't have that big of a range as the big unit, so therefore it's more like focused, so it kind of like pushes the air towards you. It doesn't have the option to open up an area to like 120 degrees or so. And this is a $180 unit, and it is great for the price, but the bigger unit that I'm going to show you next is actually a little bit better. This is the Newair EC300, and this unit, it's obviously remote control like the other unit that I showed you previously in the video. They both have very, very similar features as far as that goes. What I like about this unit though is that the tray at the bottom, it can fit between 5 and 6 gallons of water. So between the minimum and the maximum, it can fit between 5 and 6 gallons. The other unit, the EC111, what does not have, and that's why I said it's a better unit for the living room, if it runs out of water, you could hear the water pump just struggling, where this unit has a sensor, so when it runs out of water, it turns off the water pump immediately, so that way you don't, the water pump doesn't bother you. So if you're sleeping at night, this unit won't wake you up saying that, hey, there's no more water. It will become a normal fan at that point, so yes, it's not going to cool you off anymore, but at least it's not going to wake you up. This unit has a special function, which is this one over here. When you turn it on, it has a little flapper inside here that is going to redirect the air to the left and to the right. So it's going to cover a much bigger area. So if you're sleeping with it, it's going to cover your bed very, very nice. The only disadvantage with that little flapper is that because it's an extra motor that has to move it around, it will make a little bit of an extra noise. Also, it has a little lever over here that you could direct the air to go up or for the air to go down, which I really, really like, because this one can focus the air wherever you want, basically, so it can focus it wherever you want. Another thing that I really like about this one, you don't have to take the tray up. All you have to do is just open up this flap, and you could refill it with water from here, from the top. So you could put 3, 4, 5 gallons in it, and for a week you don't have to worry about it. You can just turn it on at night, turn it off in the morning. It has a remote, and then it has multiple speeds. And the highest speed is going to be a little bit loud, so I'm going to turn it on right now on the highest speed. So it's a little bit loud, but for people that like the humming noise of a fan, this is actually not bad at all. As far as the cooling, both cool the same. I've tested them with the temperature meters and then with the temperature guns, and they all have exactly the same cooling capabilities. Depends very much of where your house stays. My house, these usually they keep it around 60% humidity, which is perfect. It's absolutely perfect because it's not too dry, but it's not wet, and therefore they work really, really well. The disadvantage of that is that because it's a little bit more humid than usual, these will work much better in like 10% humidity. Obviously, I told you in the beginning of the video, they will cool off a room, but only a couple of degrees, so it's not going to make that big of a difference. These are units that are designed to sit in front of them, not as much as to cool off a room directly. So which one you should pick? It's a little bit of a tough decision, but because I own them both, I will have to say that the extra $50 that you pay for that one, it actually makes sense. I like that unit a little bit better. It's not a big difference in between them. If you cannot afford the extra $50, it's fine. Check out the prices at the bottom of the video. Sometimes Amazon has sales on them. Also, I think for that one, I could get you on Newair a 15% off coupon. So you might want to give that a try. It's going to be a link at the bottom of the video description. But they both work really, really well. They both have remotes. They both will save you on electricity. They both work better than fans. They both work really, really well for keeping you cool if you're sitting in front of the TV, or if you're sitting for coffee on a patio, if you're sitting anywhere in the house where you're just staying in one place. If you're moving around a lot, they're not really designed for that, but at that point, that unit, the EC300, has the little flappers that can move and then expand the range that it's cooling, so that way you have 120 degrees area where the unit will cool you off. So that one will be better for covering a bigger area of the house. If you're thinking about getting a swamp cooler for the room, look no more. This company offers really the best products on the market at this point, what I found. There's other companies like Honeywell and other companies like those that offer options like these, but these work really, really well. Easy maintenance, easy to get to the filters, easy to clean. They are reliable, they're easy to use. I really don't know what to expect more. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy these videos that I have on the left and on the right. Let me know what you think. At the bottom of the video, write me a comment. Check out the links at the bottom of the video description, because that's how I sponsor this channel. And I appreciate every review and every view that I have on my channel. Thanks for watching.